Now, in an attempt to solve the problem with the banking setup, you recall how the previous government came to be able to resolve the situation. But I think that the approach was not the right way to go about it. And we lost too many people. Remember, for Essien's case, in his interview some many years ago on television, he did say that Ken Oforiatta really wanted to buy his bank and he didn't agree to it. Nobody went to investigate what happened. But what's happening to Ken now? Somebody like Pakwesi Indom, whose bank was collapsed. Those people are entrepreneurs. They are gifted talents to Ghana. We ended up killing all of them.
Essien had an interview with Paul Ademoshi, and he said he has a letter to that effect that Kenneth Rata wanted to buy his bank, and he refused. So I see it that it's like a hatred, because this money issue you're talking about, Mahama helped them. They also ran bankrupt, and Mahama pushed them. Mahama pushed them. Why is it that you can't do the same? Now you allow people, a lot of people, even to go home. Thousands of Ghanaians, graduates, cannot even feed their family in the blood. This is an evil man straight. We should not, you see, we should not cover things as if that maybe now today they are calling you to account for saying you are sick. But as for Essien, he can languish in the jail. But they are calling you to account for the thing that you can have done. You said you are sick. And you can see this OSP guy playing games with Ghanaians. That man needs to be fired. Akufo-Addo is a predator, number one, is a wicked man, is all what. I don't care. He knows. He is a wicked man. Akufo-Addo is a wicked man. They are wicked people. Listen to me. Anybody who doesn't think about, even if you're a pastor, and don't think about your members, you're a wicked pastor. Let me tell you something. If Essien comes out, which I believe will come out, if he sees Otabe, if he's going to look for a devil, and he sees Otabe, he should go out. Listen to me. Listen to me. Dr. Otabe was the chairman of the board.
All right.
Nobody, no company will do anything without the consent of the board. The chairman knows everything about it. Cannot ever tell me that Essien has not even supported the church before. That's what I'm angry with Otabe. If you don't take care, Essien will come out, and Essien will not even go to church again. Essien will not even have faith or believe in the man of God again. Responsibility. I think that looking at all these things, that shows clearly that this young man has good intentions. To jail him is not good. I don't want to go into the other extremes of what apostles. I'm looking at it from another angle. So for me, he's done very good. He's got a lot of goodwill. He showed good faith. And now he's not doing well in prison. He's sick. I hear he comes to hospital 3 times, a week or so, and his spinal cord is affected. On that basis, I believe that he must be freed. And the president must give him a presidential pardon.
My name is George Lazarus, and I'm the host for today's segment. And I have here with me Apostle Dr. Walter Sakwamante, the General Overseer of Faith Army Chapel and the President of Ghana Patriotic Pastors and Professional Voice. And I also have here with me Apostle Abraham Lincoln of the Apostolic Mantle Worship Center. All right. Now, beyond the headlines, who is William Atto Essien to you, and how are you related, or how is the relationship between you and him?
Okay, that's a very good question. Atto Essien, I've known him as an entrepreneur, and to be very frank with you, I can vouch for his integrity. If there's somebody who has done, there's some system, a culture where when you want to recommend people, the question they'll ask is, how long have you known Atto Essien? I've known him from childhood. We were church mates many years ago in ICGC, and is very focused, very God-fearing. That notwithstanding, I know there is an issue, and there's what you call a scandal. I think he was a victim of circumstances, and with his integrity and the issues that went, it was difficult to, sometimes it's difficult to relate between the law and people. And one time the president himself said that everybody, when he visited the president, the prisons, he said everybody can go to jail. So his being in jail doesn't mean that he has not got integrity. I've known him from childhood. His passion for business cannot be overlooked. He's always spoken about business. I've known him when he started Quad Investments. I knew him. I used to visit him. So we've had a certain relationship as a friend. And sometimes somebody must vouch for somebody. I feel that he was a victim of circumstances. And so, well, you ask me, I won't lie to you, as an apostle, I've known him as a very good friend. Yes.
All right. This is a very sad issue, and a lot of discussions are going on about it. Apostle Abraham Lincoln, could you please inform us about your relationship with?
Well, I really don't have a deep relationship as apostle as the only thing I was the capital class issue.
All right.
Then also people his love for God,
All right.
or the things of God.
That's right.
That is what I know much about him. I don't know him to be a bad person. I know him to be a God-fearing guy. So, as the prophet said, it's due to circumstances that they led him to that area. But everybody could be there.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything can take you there. So, no matter how careful you are,
You want to be.
sometimes you can find yourself. There are so many people in a prison that they did not die anything. But you see, the way I'm looking at is this case is more political motivated.
All right.
It's because there are people that are owing banks, there are people that are owing that they didn't pay back in. Sometimes they give them time to pay. But I see it more political, and I use the word political vindictiveness. That is the way I say it.
All right.
If I want to go to I don't know if you want us to go.
All right. So based on your stance, so it means that, do you think his past contributions to Ghana's banking sector have been completely overshadowed by this controversy? Like you are saying that he's a God-fearing man and all of that. So do you think what is going on has completely overshadowed his contribution to the banking sector in Ghana?
I think that the banking sector, especially the microfinance sector, I was part of the people, initially I worked in Deloitte, so I was part of the people that did the earlier audit for a company like UT. I know Mr. Bambi very well, so I have an understanding. In drafting a report, you have a little understanding. I'm no more in Deloitte.
All right.
So I can give a brief overview. I'm not going to go into detail. But that is how the banking sector started, part of the bank. Some of them that turned bank, especially the local banks. We used to have a culture where you can never get a loan from the bank. So the microfinance, system created an avenue where people, the private sector, especially the informal private sector, could be able to put in monies and go for loans to drive their business, ideas. And it was a good thing until we started having challenges with the industry. Clearly, we needed to cross our eyes and dot our T's and cross our. Clearly, we had problems. We had liquidity issues and all kinds of issues pertaining to the banking sector. Now, in an attempt to solve the problem with the banking sector, you recall how the previous government came to be able to resolve the situation. But I think that the approach was not the right way to go about it. And we lost too many people. Remember, other guys, like, we are friends, we are colleagues, and I work with Mike Chideku, who was also the other man, what's the name? This Capital Mike, and we grew up in the same, another solid guy who had a challenge. Mike, these are guys that have entrepreneur-driven ideas. Same like Essien. They didn't have any bad track record. There was no crime associated with them. It was just bad business. And for Essien's case, in his interview some many years ago on television, he did say that Kenneth Furiata really wanted to buy his bank and they didn't agree to it. Nobody went to investigate what happened. But what's happening to Ken now? Are you listening to what I'm saying? What's happening to Ken now? What's happening to the opinions that have been shared as far as, what the current government thinks about how this sector was handled and the challenges? The money that could have been spent to resolve the issues at that time, we're used to pay people, and in any case, that was a bad decision that Ken took to resolve the banking sector. You could argue that the CBG was developed out of it, out of the banking crisis, but a lot of people lost their jobs, and more money was spent to do that. I am of the opinion that that approach really, didn't help. And what I would have proposed is that what the current NDC government really wanted to do, so that the current NDC government should have, what they wanted, the way they wanted the banking sector should have been handled is the way we could have gone. So we could have saved a lot of people. Somebody like Pakwesi Indom, whose bank was collapsed. Those people are entrepreneurs. They are gifted talents to Ghana. We ended up killing all of them. And that has been the culture. So where are we? What are we doing? Why? What happened? He's only a victim of circumstances. For me, it's as if when you're a young entrepreneur and a young businessman, like this Akwe guy, what's the name? Richard Akwe guy. Somebody decides that he creates a situation around him and kills all his businesses and destroys all his money. We don't like people to make it. It is our culture, our mindset. So coming from the angle where Ken said he wanted to buy his company and all the things that happened, I am not very comfortable, coupled with the fact that at that time we had an issue with the court system. That's why, when this current government came, he said he was going to reset the judiciary. So we had a lot of issues that had to do with this. And for me, the case needs to be looked at again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know whether I've answered your question, but this is a little contribution I want to make. I don't know whether I also.
All right.
As I said, that it is a politically motivated issue because Essien had an interview with Paul Ademoshi, and he said he has a letter to that effect that Kenneth Furiata wanted to buy his bank, and he refused. So I see it that it's like a hatred. Because this money issue you're talking about, Mahama helped them. They also ran bankrupt. And Mahama pushed them. Mahama pushed them. Why is it that you can't do the same? Now you allow people, a lot of people even to go home. Thousands of Ghanaians, graduates, cannot even feed their family anymore. This is an evil man straight. We should not, we should not cover things as if that maybe now today they are calling you to account for saying you are sick. But as for Essien, he can languish in the jail. But they are calling you to account for the thing that you can offer that you have done. You said you are sick. And you can see this OSP guy playing games with Ghanaians. That man needs to be fired. This OSP guy has to be fired. Now, listen, you'll be able to find your way out. What at all has Essien done? People run, people run down in business. Young entrepreneurs, Ghanaians. Now you can't even find the Ghanaians doing well now. It's all the Nigerian guys that are working now. Guys are working. Michael and Co, Essien and Co, they are working. Why is it that this thing is going on? You see, and somebody will sit down there and say that they are owing, they are whatever. They use their money for whatever. And so what? What about the thousands of Ghanaians that are sacked or they're home?
Lost their jobs.
Because what about them? You need to think about this. Akufo-Addo is a leader, number one. is a wicked man. Is all what? I don't care. He knows. He is a wicked man. Akufo is a wicked. Yeah, they are wicked people. Listen to me. Anybody who doesn't think about, even if you're a pastor, and don't think about your members, you're a wicked pastor. If you're a pastor and you're pastoring members, and you don't think about their welfare, you're a wicked pastor, you're a wicked leader. What kind of life is that?
All right. Thank you very much. And taking a cue from what Apostle Watasakwamati said, he made mention that this is a victim of circumstance. And so I would like to ask you, do you think that Ato Essien is being used as a scapegoat for broader, regulatory failures in the banking or microfinance?
It is a lie. Nobody is used as a lesson to me. When it was jail, have you ever asked me? They paraded 3 or 4 people. Amari was among Michael. What did they say? They said, hey, listen to me. If you want to accomplish a purpose or a mission, and he did well. Look, if you said pre-backing, I have paid some.
All right.
Now, every court is first you pay some. So why are you not paying again? The court will come and read whatever with you. Okay, let us have a plan. How can we pay it? So far as you pay some, things that you show of commitment.
All right.
So the court, a competent court will not go ahead and say, well, because you don't pay the rest, go to jail. No, it was motivated. Watch this. That's because he paid some.
All right.
But you see, let me tell you something.
Okay, so just to add to what, let me give you a few more details.
Right.
I think there was about a 90 million Ghana cedis issue.
Yes.
So he was supposed to pay in 3 installments.
Yes.
So he paid the first 30 million, and then they came out to court and they realized that some of the deadlines for the payments was not reached. But what he meant was this: when they should have gone into another negotiation, that didn't happen.
All right.
Because he went through plea bargain, and by law, plea bargain is very some way. You understand?
Yes.
And so that's when they said, okay, now because you can't pay this, then go to jail. But once he has paid 30 million, there's something in law called good faith.
Good faith.
He has showed good faith. So that's the more reason why we need to look at this jail of Ato Essien.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. That's what I'm saying, that it was motivated. Listen, it's politically motivated. Watch this. Good faith. Even in the ultimate good faith. Faith. Let me tell you something. If Essien refuse to pay even a dime, that is always okay. It's intentional.
Yes.
That one you can punish. But the guy tried. Number one, he has lost everything. He's taken everything. How can we raise that money?
That's right.
Do you understand? And now the judgment, I don't want to speak. This is a judgment, so I don't want to talk about that. But I'm telling you that. And you see, it is a lesson for Essien. I don't believe, maybe it's Christian, whatever, who tell him that he should forgive. But if Essien comes out, which I believe will come out, if he sees Otabe, if he's going to look for a devil, and he sees Otabe, he should go out there.
Okay, so
Listen to me. Listen to me. Dr. Otabe was the chairman of the board.
All right.
Nobody, no company will do anything without the consent of the board. The chairman knows everything about it. Can Otabe tell me that Essien has not used supported the church before? Can Dr. Otabe tell me that Essien has not supported ICGC before? With all the money he has. So if he is a member of ICGC,
All right.
and the member is going through all these things, can't be the church said, okay, you are my member, you've helped as one of your Lord, you've supported me. Let the church go and stand. Let us gather some money and go and pay for Essien. Essien, you can pay us back. That is Christianity. That is what I'm angry with him. The only time I'm not listening, that's what I'm angry with Otabe. You are part of all these things. You know, listen to me. If they should jail, all the board will be involved. What is the single Essien alone? What about the other managers? What about the board? Those board. The thing was like this. I said it was orchestrated political whatever. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So even a person will come in, but listen, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think if you don't take care, Essien will come out and Essien will not even go to church again. Essien will not even have faith or believe in the man of God again. Because he will think that the man of God who's supposed to help me rather. When I went through problem, listen, even the church, when the big people come with money, hey, hallelujah, hallelujah, the message, when you run down and don't have the money, you see the church backing up. Wickedness.
All right. Thank you very much. Apostle Walter.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the mention of other names because the case went through court.
Yes, please.
I did mention the reset of the court system. The case went through court. There were other people within the frame that he mentioned that, were exonerated, except Essien. And I agree with him when he says that there's actually no reason why he should be taken out. That one is a puzzle we are all trying to find. That's why he, said that it is politically managed. That's his discretion.
All right.
But let me say this to add to what had happened. What even worries me more, I'll give you a very important information. Essien, Capital Bank actually was very much involved in sponsoring the Premier League.
All right.
Okay, so there was a deal with GFA, I think 2012, 2014, there, but I don't know, from 2012, and he paid $1 million. It was supposed to be $10 million. After the $1 million payment for the Premier League, I think there was some challenges that he encountered with GFA, and that deal was dropped. Previously, there was a company called Blue. Is it Blue or something?
Blue.
Also attempt to sponsor GFA, but Essien came out and sponsored with his money, with his bank. Now he's been able to fulfill his mandate in terms of ensuring that he has fulfilled his corporate social responsibility. I think that looking at all these things, that shows clearly that this young man has good intentions. To jail him is not good. I don't want to go into the other extremes of what happens. I'm looking at it from another angle. So for me, he's done very good. He's got a lot of goodwill. He showed good faith. And now he's not doing well in prison. I mean, he's sick. I hear he comes to hospital 3 times, a week or so, and his spinal cord is affected. On that basis, I believe that he must be freed. And the president must give him a presidential pardon. Maybe Apostle would like to continue.
Yes, I wanted to come to that area. You see, a pardon comes in when the person has shown what we call remorse, and also what we call health issues. That the person can stand on that and issue by his own prerogative person. I think that is what the president has to look at. We are looking at the health issues here. So I'll plead my president,
Our president.
my president. John Dramani Mahama. He's a listening president. He's a type that he feels for people. Jim always want to listen to even the poor, the one who doesn't have someone to speak to. That is him for you. You always want to listen to that. So I believe that I beg him with all due respect. As the Lord has brought him back, he should look into this issue and issue a prerogative mercy or pardon, presidential whatever, to release him so that he will come home. And see, when your spinal cord is in, that's the only thing that holds you. You understand? And if you're having a problem with that, then it's a serious matter. Don't wait till the person died at that place. So, yes, we should not wait.
All right.
The thing is serious, so we should not wait. You understand? But I want to come back to the one who said that now he's not in Ghana, but he has traveled and is for a medical whatever. That they are calling him to come account for something, and Kenofrata is still there. What is Interpol doing? And what is FBI doing?
All right.
They should bring him fast. Listen, listen. When I talk, you come here, someone I talk, you don't want to talk. We are all Ghanaians. Listen to nobody is about the law here.
All right.
Even the president is not about the law. Listen, let me tell you something you don't know. Amame, YouTuber, is a very close friend to Kenneth Ryder.
All right.
Very close, tight. The day that, let me tell you, the day that they will dissolve the bank, let me say, Monday, they will say about Thursday. The day they went to Ryder's place, somebody flew from Nigeria and they spoke, come and talk on my behalf. Operator listening. So, oh, don't worry. Oh, I'll talk to the president. Oh, don't worry. He even cooked for them to eat.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, listen. He even cooked for them to eat. Story. Yes, he cooked for them. The next day when they came to Accra, early morning news, UT Bank was collapsed. How will you feel? It means that you spoke to a devil.
Thank you so much. I mean, there have been a lot of outrage, but Ghanaians have also shown sympathy. And so this tells a lot about how Ghanaians view justice and forgiveness. So I have a last question that I would like to ask. And so considering everything that has been said now, I would like to find out if you had a last message, all right, to the courts or to Ghanaians regarding Ato Essien's issue, what would it be?
Well, what I'll say to this issue is that we have to look at our constitution, and if we have to jail people, the way to go about it. The problem is that we look at the offense, we don't look at what a person can bring. So when you put such a person to jail, how does it make the money? I mean, we lose money. So our constitutional framework should look at what it is that this person can bring on board to help our economy. It must go beyond just what we are saying. And based on the sentiments that are, this is not the first time this is happening. I think KSM also has done something like that. We are coming with an advocacy for the release of Atu, and I think it's possible. And with the kind of president we have, I'm sure that he will make room to listen to us. We have a very good president, a very listening president, like he said.
Now you're not going to pay any money because you said this already. Mm-hmm. So as for that money, I share. Yes, because you did it, and there are some of 7 years. I told you that for a president to pardon somebody is about health grounds, or maybe 1 or 2 things. You just go ahead to resist. Now I want president to pardon him on one. Also, if the Attorney General will revisit this case again. Watch this. If Attorney General, not pardon him, will revisit the case again, Attorney General realize that there are people that are supposed also to join them. Our John Essien. Essien cannot suffer alone. You can't be sitting in your air condition there and somebody is struggling over it. We need to visit that case again. And whosoever is those bored and whatever, they should also call them, especially our message is the people say why. People say why. They should call them to ultimately have to answer questions. Ultimately to answer questions. You understand? Somebody who is your member, who has supported your church one or the other. You're a wicked man.
Thank you so much.
Such a wicked man. Because your own member can't what is the church for? What do you go to church? Me, I was saying, what do you have to? I do church for when members also go through problems. I'll help them.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Then the person is going through problems and we kept quiet. And they said, coming and said, Christianity